and all of them were armed with handguns in their hands. Right around that time, at least two other deputies joined in the foot pursuit. They started chasing him through yards right here in this area. Then the deputies started reporting gunshots being fired as they were chasing these suspects. Nonetheless, they continued to pursue them. Three of the suspects were caught fairly quickly. The fourth, we called out some canine teams, and some of our SWAT unit deputies were out here as well. They found a shed in a backyard that had the front door, or the door of it, kicked in. They surrounded that shed and were able to find the fourth suspect inside that shed. So thankfully, all four are in custody right now. It should be noted that one elementary school in the area is under lockdown. Although the danger has passed, we're leaving that up to the school district. On the way here, our public information office did a great job of getting in contact with SAISD and getting that school locked down. But so I would defer all questions regarding the lockdown or when it will be unlocked to SAISD, but they did a great job as well of working with our public information office and getting that place secured. So all danger has passed. We're thankful that we have all four of these suspects in custody. These suspects, what we know about them now is that they were in a stolen car, obviously. They were all in possession of weapons, which I believe have all been recovered. The scary part about this is all these young men, at least the ages that I've heard, are between the ages of 14 and 16. So definitely young people out here playing a very adult game that could have ended in tragedy. But thankfully, everybody is safe and sound now, and no injuries, substantial injuries to anybody involved. Esta tarde, uno de nuestros oficiales estaban trabajando en uniforme, en patrulla, y él checó una placa de un carro. La placa de ese carro en la computadora enseñó que el carro era robado. Entonces el oficial empezó a dar descripción del carro y empezó a perseguir el carro. Dos otros oficiales llegaron al área cuando el oficial que intentó parar el carro al principio reportó que los cuatro sospechosos huyeron a pie del carro y andaban armados con pistolas todos. Nosotros los seguimos persiguiendo por las yardas de atrás de aquí, de esta vecindad, cuando los cuatro sospechosos, algunos de ellos empezaron a disparar las pistolas, pero no se sabe si estaban disparando hacia los oficiales o qué, pero los oficiales empezaron a reportar que estaban escuchando balazos. Tres de los sospechosos fueron capturados en unos momentos siguientes, y por algún rato nosotros estábamos buscando a otro sospechoso él se encontró en un cuartito atrás de una casa. Puedo reportar, y me da mucho gusto reportar, que los cuatro sospechosos han sido capturados. No se sabe si capturamos todas las armas todavía, entonces va a seguir la búsqueda ahorita. Nuestra oficina de la prensa le habló al distrito escolar y pusieron una escuela en lockdown, pero ahorita ya se sabe que no hay peligro, y nosotros vamos a dejar que el distrito escolar averigüen si deberían abrir esa escuela ya, pero puedo decir que todo peligro ha pasado. Y los cuatro sospechosos siguen bajo arresto. Los que yo sé están dentro de las edades de 14 y 16. Entonces, unos jovencitos que andan jugando un juego muy peligroso con la policía. I'll open it up to whatever questions you might have.
Sheriff, can you tell us, excuse me, first of all, the car was a stolen Kia, and are you seeing that same trend with that vehicle? And can you just confirm, do you know how many shots were fired at the officers?
So my understanding is that it is a Kia, and yes, to answer your question, that is something that we are seeing an upward tick of Kias and similar vehicles being stolen. Now, to be fair, I don't know what manner this vehicle was stolen in, but if I had to bet money, I would bet it was in the manner that was taught to them on social media that we've seen. That seems to be all the rage. The other question, I'm sorry, was?
How many shots were fired?
We don't know how many shots were fired. I mean, at one point, I can tell you that I was in a meeting and a chief came bursting into my office that we had a foot pursuit going, and soon thereafter I heard a deputy on the radio start calling out that he had armed suspects running on foot, and then you could actually hear the gunfire in the background of the radio. So, I mean, clearly at a moment like that, as a leader, your heart drops, and we got out here as soon as we could. So thankfully, I don't know how many shots were fired, but it was a substantial number. Any one is dangerous enough to begin with. But I could just say these young men were playing a very dangerous game with law enforcement. From what we're understanding, they were doing that in an effort to get us to back off. But no, my deputies aren't known for backing off. They charge headfirst into danger. If it means putting themselves at risk to protect this neighborhood that we're in, they're absolutely going to do it without hesitation.
Sheriff, ¿qué tan peligroso es este juego que están jugando estos muchachos? Son menores de edad, pero están armados y están disparando. ¿Usted tiene alguna orden para sus oficiales de que si son menores de edad no engage, que no se o es, fair game,
no tenemos ninguna orden así, sino que nuestros oficiales se van a proteger solos, van a proteger a nuestra comunidad. Y si a algún sospechoso le toca ser una persona menor de edad, pues entonces eso está en ellos, que ellos escogieron hacer lo que hicieron. En esta situación, afortunadamente, estos sospechosos, ninguno de los oficiales vieron que alguien le estaba apuntando una arma, sino que nomás escucharon los balazos. Pero es fácil poder ver que esto se podía haber volvido tragedia muy simplemente y afortunadamente no pasó.
Sheriff, did the deputies fire back?
No, the deputies did not fire back. So, at this point, being that it was a shooting, a shots fired incident, though, we still handle it to that extent. So we go through the extra precautions. So we will certainly ask the neighborhood here that there will still be a disruption. Although danger has passed, there will still be a disruption. We're having to, walk people through our crime scene to their homes. So I know that it is a inconvenience, but we would ask everybody to just be patient with us. Sí, nosotros ahorita estamos viendo que muchos de estos carros marca Kia son robados. Hemos visto los reportes de las redes sociales donde desafortunadamente hay personas que ponen videos como robarse carros de estos muy fácil. Y es lo que estamos viendo. Este carro de este incidente, yo no sé todavía cómo se lo robaron, pero es bien posible que es algo que lo hicieron después de viéndolo en las redes sociales.
Solo para confirmar, ¿la casa en la que estamos, en la calle que estamos, fue donde se capturó el último sospechoso o está relacionado?
No, el último se capturó aquí, hace unas cuantas casas.
Sheriff, what charges are they facing?
They're going to be facing unlawful use of a motor vehicle at the very least, but also evading in a vehicle, which is a felony crime, and then evading on foot. Not to mention, if those guns are found to be stolen as well, they'll be charged with possession of that.
Sheriff, very young, 14 to 16 years old. They should be in school right now.
They absolutely should be in school right now, but as we're seeing, it just seems to me that not only are the criminal element that we're dealing with getting a whole lot more violent, they're getting a lot younger. And unfortunately, you see that these four suspects were all armed. I hate to say it yet again, that the ease with which these young people can get their hands on a gun is very, very scary for us in law enforcement. You're right. During the middle of the day, they should be in, third period science class. And instead, they're out here shooting at the cops.
Are they also going to have a charge for having weapons under the age 18?
Oh, absolutely. We're planning to file any and all appropriate charges in this case. So, certainly the stolen weapons, if they do turn out to be stolen, call it a hunch on my part that these 14 to 16-year-olds are going to have stolen guns on them. But additionally, the vehicle that they were in, plus any other charges that may be associated with that.
¿Qué le puede esperar a un joven de 14 años, Sheriff?
They feel in the neighborhood, and they're saying what more can be done because we're hearing gunshots, and now this is happening, and these kids are so young. What can be done between the county and the city to stop this from happening?
Well, I mean, that's exactly what we were doing out here today, as we were being proactive. The fact that this incident started right in the heart of the West Side. We're the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, but we provide wall-to-wall coverage for the county. So whether you're in the unincorporated areas out in the outskirts of Bexar County or in the heart of downtown San Antonio, we are still the Sheriff's Office. And so just as these deputies were out doing today, they're going to be proactively patrolling and not stopping until they get these dangerous folks into custody. It's exactly what happened today, but you know, as deputies are peeling off from this scene, they're going out and doing more of the same. So you know, we could just say that from my perspective, we're hoping to add more law enforcement deputies to our agency. You know, with budget time approaching, that'll certainly be one of the top asks for me on our next budget cycle, is to ask for more deputies to help us out with this extreme surge in violent crime.
Javier, ¿qué le puede esperar al niño de 14 años? Es un niño. ¿Qué le puede esperar en términos legales y de cárcel posiblemente?
Bueno, este jovencito se va a encontrar en la cárcel muy pronto este día. No se sabe lo que se va a enfrentar él ya entrando al sistema, pero sí sé que nosotros lo vamos a tratar como un adulto. Sus acciones de él son acciones de un hombre, entonces nosotros lo vamos a tratar así. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.